Hi friends and fellow intuitive academics, my name is Shelly and I am an educator healer, and on this channel I draw from my intuition and my lived experience as a PhD to help you on your life path and your academic journey if you're on one. And I'm recording this in June, so I know that there are a lot of people graduating this year and going on the job market. Maybe you've already graduated but you're still going on the job market or back on the job market. By the way, like wherever you're at in life, congratulations, and just celebrate every achievement that you have gotten to. I think we forget to celebrate, and I just want to celebrate you for a second too. I think I want to incorporate that as we go through the readings for today. So today is a pick a card reading, and I want to ask the question, how to support yourself on the job market, because it can be a very trying experience. On the one hand, on the practical side, you're trying to secure a job to survive in society, right? Financially, resource-wise, and socially. On the other hand, you're trying to fulfill yourself and pursue happiness by your career path as well. And this can be very difficult. It can get very entangled with our identities and become emotionally difficult too. So that's why I'm hoping to provide you some support through your guides in this reading today. So with reading one, I just ended up pulling two charms from the first one, so I continue that with each. But I'll explain the chakra and the charms for each. So reading one, you happen to get two four-leaf clover charms that are blue and the throat chakra symbol. And then reading two, you got the sacral chakra symbol with a crab and a leaf, a white crab and a green leaf. And then in reading three, you got the crown chakra symbol with a cactus and a pink starfish. And I had the idea that I'll also pull one divination card for each. Kind of looks like these are the three. So for reading one, you have clouds, number 6. For reading two, you have cross, number 36. And then reading three, you have garden, number 20. So take a few moments and see which symbols, cards, charms you're being drawn to. And if you feel yourself split between more than one deck, then that's usually a sign for you to watch both of the message, but it's totally up to your own intuition, and I will see you in the chapter ahead that has your reading. Hi, reading one. So I think it's no surprise that I've already kind of tapped into your symbols and charms, and there's some interesting things going on. But I think it's no surprise to you that you have double luck happening here, a lot of luck. I mean, it's kind of incredible that you got, I think it's more than like 100 charms that I pull from, and you got two of the same charm, and much more, it's two of the lucky charms. Yeah, maybe like, do you have a special connection to the cereal Lucky Charms too? I haven't thought about that in years. But you also were drawn to the throat chakra, so your voice is going to be important in this reading, in how to support yourself during the job search process, or just being on the job market. It's like, I really hate that term, being in a market. I don't know, but it's just how we phrase things, right? So I'm going to start with your clouds card. I think it's so interesting looking, and for the first time I'm noticing there's like of course, I noticed the spaceship, but I'm noticing there's like a little animal getting beamed up into the spaceship, and it looks like a goat. So you could be Capricorn, or Aries, or those signs could be important in the reading as well. And I'm getting something about you being almost like found, like searched for. I think your employer are looking for someone like you, exactly like you. So I'm going to read you first the description of clouds. It says, doubt, confusion, secrets. Lack of clarity is the source of misunderstanding and doubt. Remove the veil of confusion to see the truth. Thinly cloaked secrets are revealed through investigation. Interesting. What stood out to me most is the first sentence. Lack of clarity is the source of misunderstanding and doubt. So I think you're already getting the message to be careful about jumping to conclusions and possibly misunderstanding a situation. And you're being encouraged to use your communication, your throat chakra, to kind of like get ahead of that and not let it interfere with your job search. It could be, what I'm feeling is something about making sure you have the right application materials, and also that you're responding to the job solicitation in the right way. In your cover letter, for example, that you're reflecting the wording, the key wording that they're using, because nowadays that a lot of jobs will use screening software, and they'll just like, if you haven't used that keyword in your materials that they're looking for in the hiring, then you won't even get in front of a human's eyes, basically. Yeah, that's coming through as important. So you might want to like Google that, brush up on like what are the updated job application strategies, specifically when preparing for and submitting your materials. With the voice, again, it's like presenting yourself in the right way, so that like what you can offer really comes across, because that can often fall short in the materials. Yeah, so if you have a little bit of extra income, or you have resources provided by maybe the city where you live, to help prepare and finesse your job hunting materials, specifically your CV and or your resume and your cover letter, also your like LinkedIn profile, your presence online. That's gonna go a long way for you. That's already coming in as advice for doing well on the job market, which I was not asking for, but I'm asking how you can support yourself. I'm sure that's going to come through in the tarot cards, but that's coming through strong, as your guides really wanted to get that message to you, that's going to unblock a lot of things. It's going to like clear a lot of unnecessary blockages in your job hunting. That's also where that message of like the clarity and misunderstanding comes through. If you work on your materials and get it to the right place, people won't be misunderstanding you and what you have to offer, because it's all about making the right match, right? Identifying the right person. And how does that happen? It's through a lot of stages, but the most important stage is the first one, where they're seeing your materials and you kind of communicating what you can offer. Okay, so with that, let's ask, what can our group in reading 1 do to support themselves during the job search process, all stages of it? Maybe what areas will they need more support in, and then also what they can do to provide that support for themselves. I mean, it could be that you want that practical support more. The number 6 is standing out to me. I'm not sure yet why or how, so we're just going to keep that in mind too. 4 of Discs reverse, the Hangman reverse, the Tower, the 6 of Swords, the Empress reverse. So I already see that you've been fighting hard through tough situations and you're really persevering, you're not giving up, and rightfully so. It's like in your heart you know where you're destined, where your end point is, and you're absolutely right. Yeah, so first with the 4 of Discs reverse, I see that like you're dealing with some shaky foundations to do with like security, resource security, financial security. I think that this isn't new. Like this has kind of been what you have grown up in and what you're experiencing now. And with the Hangman in reverse, it's like you're very action oriented. Like you know that if you want to change this in your life, and I'm probably speaking to I feel like there will be a lot of people in this pile who like have recently graduated from college or are considering going to college, and maybe like the first person in their family to go to college and complete it. Yeah, it's like you're not waiting around for the answers. You're going out there and you're seeking them. You're going after your goals. You're very driven. With the Tower, something happened to shake your path, to shake things up for you. I'm not seeing like what that could possibly be, but it was significant enough that it really shifted your direction. It possibly delayed you, and you did decide to leave that situation that wasn't serving you anymore. Even though I feel like you had invested hopes in this, something went wrong and you left, and it's almost like you're in like that arrested development type of state. Like you're trying to get to the end, this Empress angle, but you're not there yet. It's not been realized yet. And yeah, really heavy emphasis on the yet, because I just feel you going after it. Nothing's stopping you. No Tower moment is going to stop you. You're just going to keep going until you get there. The blue butterfly necklace is standing out to me. I've actually never seen this before I never noticed it before on the Empress. Oh gosh, it's the throat chakra. Yeah, it's on the throat chakra and it's blue. There's some transformation happening with your expression, maybe like expressing your needs. It's almost like, do you see the figure? It looks like mind control. It's like you're becoming very persuasive in your message. You're able to communicate with a lot of impact. I feel like this has developed through the difficulties that you've been through, that you've learned how to express yourself in just the right way to be heard. And I think that's essentially kind of what this was getting you to, this point of like mastering your voice, mastering your expression. And I feel like I want to say I feel like you're almost there. I'm just gonna like pull more cards to really confirm, but it's like yeah, it feels like you are on a direct path to success. You're so focused and determined, and you've used your available resources well to figure out what that path looks like, and you're checking off the list, you're like going from milestone to milestone. But I think little do you know that like these moments also have been planted in your path to develop the skill of your voice, something that's probably not on your checklist, but your guides have been, they have their own checklists, and they've been trying to really develop your voice into something powerful. For some reason in the future, you're going to use that in some way in your life path. Okay, do I see anything yet with how to support yourself? I don't think so. I think this is just all background still. So with the Five of Wands, I see that there's a lot that you want out of life. And it's like you've got all these snakes, like each one is going after a different life goal. I feel like I need to say what these, each snake is holding a wand with something at the end. So this one is a butterfly, this has a bird skull, we have a bee, a frog, and a sunflower. So one of those might be meaningful symbols to you. I think they also are communicating to me like all the things that you're after. Like you want community, you want happiness, you want change and transformation, metamorphosis. You want to like grow into someone else, sort of. The person that you ideally want to be for yourself. You have this ideal. And so it's like you're holding off on certain commitments. This really could possibly be like making a life commitment to a partner. It's because you feel like you want to be in the right place in life before you do that. And this could either be that like this is not really working. I think that, okay, I'm just gonna go with my gut. Like this is not really working for your partner. This is really lining up with the Tower moment. This could have been the Tower moment, like in your personal life. Your personal life suffered some imbalance or neglect because you were hyper focused on your goals. I think you don't see it that way. I think you see it as you were doing all this for the partnership, in greater service for the partnership, but I don't think your partner sees it that way. And it's possible that they left, or there's just like a disconnect now. With the Three of Discs, this is all about like work and colleagues, and it's possible here that you chose your career over your relationship, over your personal life in some way. And you're at the point now where you're realizing like success is not as sweet as you were hoping for. Yeah, this is pretty intense. So for some people, this has happened already, and this is kind of like a retrospect. For other people, you're already in this energy where you're kind of like deprioritizing your partnership, and so this is encouraging you to kind of like think ahead to how that might play out, and think about what you value. If you're like super driven and super focused on the end goal, maybe like do some reflection as to why. and really come back to these like 5 goals that you're trying to go after at the same time, and ask, is that going to bring you to the joy? I feel like you haven't asked yourself that. I feel like you've just assumed that it would. And so that's for you to figure out. I feel like that's your guides are posing that question to you, to reflect on yourself. The Hangman in reverse, I also was drawn to the details in here. So yeah, we have like a bear, a goat, a sheep, a lioness or a panther, ox, person, I think another bear, another panther. Like, what is going on there? Growing out of the trees? I have no idea. I wonder if there's like an animal that you might want to embrace and connect with. Okay, so I'm going to draw an animal, a couple animal cards possibly, to kind of guide you, to support you on this. So you have graceful giraffe, growth, foresight, vision, heavenward bound pillar, heighten my awareness and intuition. So gracefulness in this situation is going to be important, and like we were talking about before, foresight. So I think for a lot of people this is a warning, or just an alert that you're going down this path. If you deprioritize your personal life, it's going to start reflecting in soon in how you live your life. Think about this some more. The 6, I'm coming back now. I pointed out the 6. The 6 is like also the Lover's card in the Major Arcana. So, and that is also called the Choice card. So you may be facing a major life choice right now, and your support is coming in as helping you to navigate that choice. And I think that the way that you can support yourself during this job search is to make sure it doesn't become all-consuming for you, that you don't get consumed in the flames and everything else crumbles because you're so hyper-focused on securing the job. Like I understand if this is coming from especially like a survival place, like a survival kind of response. And so maybe the question is, how can you support yourself in that survival response of hyper focus to securing a job? 3 of Wands in reverse. Stop looking. Interesting. Stop looking. Stop looking. It's not going to come to you right now. And it's not going to make you happy. Keep exploring. Keep staying curious and explore what's out there. And stop refusing help. Yeah, this is your relationship. It's all lining up in this line, and it's centering your whole reading. So your advice is, and I don't know if you're gonna love this, like, stop looking for the job. I feel like you're looking in the wrong direction. Yeah, your sword is pointed in the wrong direction. You need to explore what's out there first. The direction, the entire direction you're looking at, it could be like keywords that you're putting in are like sending you down the wrong path that are not going to fulfill you. But you have it in your head that this is the job you need to be in for some reason. Your guides are asking you to just stop, to reflect, to embrace the hanged man energy and not push through it. You need to reflect because you're missing something key. The Princess of Swords is all about like gathering more insights, more information, being curious, exploring ideas. Great time to do right now with the Gemini season. It's all about that. I wonder if that is. I want to look that up actually. I guess it's really associated with any air sign, but it is all about a fresh concept or viewpoint, body of information or method. I think it's the body of information. Like you're going on the same career sites. You're doing the same keywords. It's like, yeah, you need to freshen that up. It's like there's either like a different job that you're doing that you should be connecting with that, like I said, are really like looking for you. They're trying to connect with you too. They're looking for someone just like you, but it's not in your frame of reference. You're really hitting hard this one area of career search. Expand your options, expand your horizons a bit. Yeah, focus on platforms like networking events, change those up. Also change the job titles, the corporation, the companies, whatever you're searching for. There's something else out there for you, and ask for help. If, like I said before, like the first message about hiring someone to edit your materials, you might be trying to just do it all alone. Really just invest in yourself on this one. It's really coming through strong in your reading. It was the first message your guides wanted to send you. So if you're kind of you don't want to like, you don't feel like you should spend money because you can do it yourself through Google. I mean, I get you, I've been there, but your guides are saying otherwise. I just have to like really convey that point. Okay, I want to see some other. Ooh. Okay, it's these two. So you have the Fox and Ivy of adaptability, number 27. Yes. This is also Gemini energy, I think, adaptability. Like I was saying, be adaptable to the job market. I think you have a very fixed idea of where you should be going, but there's something out there waiting for you, man. Yeah, you have to just try to reflect and see where else you can go. The Horse and Bluebell, modest fortitude, 49. Don't let it affect your ego. I feel like your ego is gonna get a little tied up in this. It's going to feel maybe that a blow to your ego, that like, oh, you like, if you're not searching it for this job, it's like you're not meant for it, you're not good enough. It's not like that. It's more like there's this beautiful opportunity that's going to make you so happy, successful, fulfilled. It's like everything you want, but you're kind of tied up in the status of going for this one job, this one type of job, and you think it's gonna make you happy. But yeah, again, that question to reflect on is it? Because I'm seeing here that there's something else that's going to make you happy, and just keep going with this. And I would say follow the signs. You might have signs that you already connect with. I don't know like how strongly like you believe in that actually, and or if you acknowledge them as signs, but you are being given signs repeatedly, like see the leaves, it's just like all around you. You can follow them to this right place, this right destination point. Yeah. So how to support yourself during the job market? Be gentle with yourself. Don't tie up your identity and your status so much in the job title. Look back and recognize what a success you already are. Like, fill yourself up with the celebration of how far you've come, because I see that you've worked so hard through impossible conditions, and you've really made it somewhere, and you're going to continue making it. You can support your survival response in the situation, maybe by reflecting on like what's kind of putting you into that survival response. Also reflecting on what's driving you, you know, those things that you just don't question and you just operate on, like I need this job, I need like this status symbol, I need this is like, where does that come from, and like how is it, like, I don't know, like how is it fitting into your other values? Because I think there's a key assumption there that like this job, this status symbol is going to equal your happiness, and that's the thing that you're being asked to evaluate to support yourself on this job search that you're on. Because like I said from the very beginning, there's something there, there's something that you're matched to. I would say this is like your path even, and you're not seeing it. And this is actually, this job search is one major like puzzle for you to be able to figure out what actually is your right path. Your path aligning in this job search, really. So I hope that perspective can help support you as well, that it's not about success or failure and landing a job or not, and like tying that up in your value as a human being. This job search is about you finding your right path and like continuing that on your human experience. Yeah, so I really feel you suffering a lot with this, and yeah, I just want to like send you off with some extra support. Just do your best. It will be enough. Yeah, if you're really struggling with feelings of not being enough, just do your best. Like, you're really being guided to the right path, and you are enough. And, you know, no degree, no job is going to make you enough. Because you already are enough. Your speed doesn't matter. Forward is forward. Like I said, you need to embrace this hanged man energy and just make sure you're on the right path instead of just like forging forward on any path. And it's all going to be okay. And I really feel that that's your last card. And so I'm wishing you so much love on this journey, and hoping you continue to support yourself well and work with love as well as you go through this. Really wishing you a lot of luck. And I just remembered you have the double clovers. You have a lot of luck in the material and in the life path, more spiritual side of this. It's going to be fine. So if you're drawn to another card in the pick a card section, I'll see you in that reading as well. And thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, and I will see you at some point, if not in another reading. Hi, reading 2. So you were drawn to the sacral chakra image, and or the stone. I think it's such a beautiful like peach color, and the charm of the crab and the charm of the leaf, as well as the cross card number 36. So the first thing I noticed it was the first thing I noticed of all the piles was the sacral chakra with the crab. It made me think of Cancer energy and about finding knowledge through your emotions, learning the language of your emotions, interpreting your emotions. I think there's a lot of support and messages coming in there. Yeah, so I think maybe this is like more of you're going to be getting an emotional support message here. Something to do with like the emotions of applying is where you most need the support, but also where you have a lot of potential and strength to like gain power in this period of your life as you are applying for a job, setting off on a new path. The leaf is just like, I'm just transfixed by the how it shines. The green is the thing that's really standing out to me. It's making me think of possibly springtime, like the fresh leaves growing, possibly like your own growth and development, and also like going with the flow, like a wind floating, I mean, sorry, a leaf floating on the wind. But as I'm talking myself through it, it could really be a timing with like the springtime, which I consider as my my upbringing in the northern hemisphere as March, April, and May. So there might be like a key development at that time. Doesn't matter like when you're watching this. It's pretty far in the future at the time I'm recording this in June, but by the time you're watching this, you could be in it right now. So interpret that as you will. If you're watching it right now, that would be like 9 months in the future. And if you're watching it in the springtime, then that would mean it right now things are happening for you. And so the cross is coming through with this, and I want to read you first the description from the book. It's actually the last card. I feel like that's kind of significant. The number 36 might be significant, like it might be your age, and it's like 3 sets of 12, so like 3 cycles through like the zodiac signs, or the with the Chinese astrology signs. There's something there about like possibly like 3 tries, 3 changes, 3 cycles, and the age 36, and something to do with possibly like the Saturn return experience. If you're unfamiliar with that, you can look it up. It happens generally in like people's late 20s, and so there could have been like a really defining path shift at that time for you, that is linked into what's going on now in your job search. But the cross here says conviction, suffering, burden. Sometimes the cross becomes too heavy a burden to bear. One's personal conviction can become a source of suffering and a burden upon themselves and others. And yeah, so as I read that after my explanation, it made me think that did you have the idea that you wanted to pursue a certain career path during your Saturn return years, like 27, 28, 29, something like that, and it's not turning out as you had hoped, but you're still committed to it. You're still like you have this conviction that it must work out, and you're almost suffering for it. That would apply to people, yeah, like around this age, but that message can also apply at any age. If you're like, say you are in college or graduating college and you selected a major, and now you're kind of committed to that being your life path now. Like say you selected biology and now you're going to stay in a biology related field in your career, and you're kind of telling yourself because your degree's in biology you have to stay in a career in biology. This might be important to your message. There also might be something about you feeling you're not allowing yourself to depart from your previous decisions, and that's kind of holding you back as well. Yeah, so those are the first messages that I'm getting in. I would say if that doesn't resonate with you, you might want to check the initial messages with the oracle card from the other piles and see if there's one that resonates with you more, because it seems like I've been getting more of the background info from the charms and the stone and the oracle card. Yeah, that seems very specific. So I don't know. Just wanted to put that out there just in case you're really feeling like that's not you at all. But I did feel strong energy in that way. Like I had to kind of focus in on that. It was so strong. Yeah, I feel like if you're still in this pile, like you have such a strong determination, like a strong will. You have a strong will. Yeah. Yeah, just kind of pondering on that, feeling the energy. But thank you for being here with me, and I really hope that you are finding some enjoyment and finding some time to celebrate how far you've come to this point in your life, that you are on the job market and you are kind of able to put yourself out there and think of the possibilities ahead for you. I know it always feels kind of scary at that juncture, but it's also one of these cool times where there's so much possibility and your life can go all these different ways, and it might just be way more exciting than you're expecting. I'm going to stop there because things are coming in a kind of different message than I'm used to. With the Four of Swords in reverse, I actually got a little bit of like stuckness, like going into freeze mode. So like freeze mode can look different for everyone else, but if you say you're feeling stressed or triggered by something, your freeze mode could be just checking out, just like playing video games, binging Netflix, something like that. This energy is coming in. I definitely, I didn't even register that this is the Ten of Swords, but that would confirm a sense of overwhelm, emotional and mental overwhelm and exhaustion, and feeling defeated. This poor dog is crying. Do dogs cry? This makes me so sad looking at this. But yeah, my heart goes out to you if this is what you're feeling. Yeah, I just realized that this is the sacral chakra group. This is the emotional connection group. So I think I'm going to be feeling and reading your emotions a lot more than the other groups. But you do have in between these two the Strength card, which is really really anchoring things together, that you have such inner strength, such inner resources to draw upon. You have like, yeah, a depth of emotional and internal strength here. Ooh, candle just went out. So I'm reading that candle going out as you kind of like releasing the burden, like just letting it go, letting your guides carry it. Maybe you're Christian or religious in some way. I am not, so I'm sorry if I'm messing this up, but it makes me think of the phrase like let go and let God, if that's meaningful to you. Just handing it over to spirit or whatever you believe in. That's kind of coming through for me to mention. Yeah. Okay. The Tower. The Empress. Wow. You've always taken care of others in difficult times. maybe you literally were in a position where you were like the oldest sibling and you had to take care of others. But this is part of your personality, and I could this be part of what's overwhelming you now in the job search? I wonder that you're feeling the pressure to take care of others, and it's not just a job, right? To you, it's not just about you. You have to take care. The job means something different to you. Emotionally, it means your ability to take care of others. It means the survival of your family. Different it means something different emotionally to you, and that's the thing that's very heavy, and that's the thing that freezes you as well. So I already feel that how you can support yourself in this job application cycle is to really start to understand every point of the application process, and the idea of like getting a job, securing a job, doing well in a job. What does that all mean for you? Like, maybe you can journal this. Like, you can have two columns in your journal and be like, write down something mundane, like submitting an application. And then the other column, just kind of get into your emotions, tap in, and write, how does it make you feel submitting an application? Makes me feel petrified. Makes me feel like I don't want to face that I'm actually a failure. I think these are things that you're always thinking, and oh, my finger just accidentally snapped that up. So I'm going to return to that. These are things that you're always thinking, and I think that, but you don't give yourself the space or time to recognize that this is your thought process, and it's actually very like cruel to yourself. You're actually very hard on yourself, I feel. And there's a lot at stake for you in something mundane like submitting an application. So I think if you start going through the list and you can start identifying ways that like you're really kind of burdening yourself mentally and emotionally in this process, once you see it on paper, it'll become much more clear of what's going on to you. I think you're not yet aware of everything that comes with a single step in the process. It's not just like applying to jobs or being on the job market. It's like every little step of it, I would say, break it down, because there's something new for you with every step of it. And once you start to like put that on paper, then you can start to work with it. You can start to understand the language of your emotions, the landscape of your emotions better. You can step in, intervene, and like support yourself better when that happens. And this is all developing your emotional strength. You're going to really need this for what comes next. And it's not like something that I feel like that might feel overwhelming to you. It's not like that. It's really just like showing up, opening your journal and writing something for 5 minutes. That's all it takes to develop this strength. But I feel like your guides are coming in and saying that like they need you to start doing this now. If you elect to, they're encouraging you to start doing this now, so that you can get to that point where you have this inner strength. You've kind of defeated your worst enemy, which is yourself, so that you have the brain space to actually go out there and do the good work that you're meant to. Yeah. So as you do this process, things will surface, things will come to light. The devil, this is my favorite devil card. The devil that's haunting you will surface, and you'll find that it's actually like a chihuahua. Like, it's actually a chihuahua that's super hungry, and you just have to feed him. I don't know. But it's like, this is really the message coming in, that once you start giving space for your, let's just call them like your demons, to surface, you'll find that they're less menacing than you thought they were. So two things happening here. If like I really feel like the journaling is coming through, but it could be you could have other methods as well. But it's more about like trying to surface what's really going on for you emotionally so that you can release it, right? With the candle. Oh, by the way, let's replace your candle. I'm surprised this went out. It's not even finished yet. So actually, you got the romantic wish candle. I don't know if you're wishing for something romantic, but that's in your reading now. Okay. Yeah, so let's see. Something needs to surface on the landscape of how your emotions happen in life. And then something needs to surface about you finding that your inner demons are not as scary as you thought they were, so that you can release them. Yeah. Oh, interesting that these two are coming together. So the Seven of Cups is like having a lot of options and trying to discern the way forward. The Six of Swords is typically about departure to a better situation, but it's in reverse. So that's telling me something different about the departure. I'm actually not really clear yet what that is. I'm going to pull the last card in this row. I think you don't know yet what that is either. So I think that you might be trying to, like, say, apply to jobs outside of where you live or outside of the place you want to live, even if you don't fully want to do that, but you're just trying to for the sake of getting a job. You're being told to just, like, wait, to give this time and thought and let things unfold in their own time. Like, just not be hasty with anything is what's coming through. Yeah, so another way you can support yourself on this job application cycle is to give yourself time to not be hasty, so that you have the time to discern what's going to be the best way forward. This makes me think of like casting a wide net in your applications just to land something. It might not be in your best service in the end. You might be missing out on an opportunity that you're really excited about, and that's really the thing that you should be doing. Not that you'll like miss the boat on anything like that. It's just that you can make life easier on yourself if you just give yourself the space and time to wait. I feel like that's a really complete message, but I also feel like I want to pull one more row. So if you're in a rush, this is definitely a complete message, but if you want to stick around, I'm going to pull one more row. This is so cool. I'm so glad I pulled one more row. What is going on in this? So we have a lot of reversals, a lot of work cards, emotion cards, and like going forward on the path. And then we get the Fool at the very end. It's like the reading ends on you stepping off into the unknown, starting your new adventure. There's something on the table already that you're also being encouraged to take your time with and think through this. It could be that there's someone in your life who thinks similarly to you, kind of acting from a place of trying to like I wouldn't say desperate, but like desperately, like there's a sense of desperation and trying to like make finances work, trying to stabilize, and possibly this person wants to start like a new business or an investment or some project with you, and you're definitely being asked to really consider this carefully and don't rush into anything, because this person is acting out of a place of they're not really thinking through what they're doing yet. The foundations are shaky, and I don't see this as like failing necessarily, but it's like the start is so shaky that it's not a good start to this. So if there's some kind of like temporary or like alternative offer being made to you, and I feel like this could be someone like you really know well, like a family member, reconsider that, and actually with the full, like, you're going to have some idea of how you can start ahead. You're gonna have like a bright and what's the word, like clarity moment or a sense of awareness of where your path actually can be going, and it looks like it's not this, and it looks like it's not anything that you've been going towards yet. So you do need the time to reach that clarity and get there. Yeah, so I like there's no bad news here. I feel like I need to tell you, like, it's not like you're never going to have a job, or like, like I don't, like, it's not bad news. I feel like maybe you're having extreme thoughts about this. It's really like, just take the time for yourself, attend to your emotions and how your emotions are shaping how you are applying for jobs. How this is like burdening you emotionally and mentally, and how that affects like the whole process for you, because I feel like there is so much potential, there's so much on the horizon that if we can know actually, like, what is it on the horizon for you. Okay, this just flipped over. Clouds. You might actually, I think this is a message to, if you're drawn to reading 1, to check that out. But it's also the mystery card, so it might mean also that you're not meant to know yet. I felt drawn to the starseed. The great severing, anger, conflict, softening to love. Okay, I think this is another message that you'll be like departing from this situation. And then I was going to pull one more deck. I mean, we might really just get 3 confirmations that you're not meant to know. But I can't help but trying. Can't help but try. Oh, number 31, the turtle and coriander, satisfaction. Just know that you're happy with your choices. You're not meant to see where that is right now. You're meant to just get there on your own through the hangman energy, right? Journaling, letting these things surface. I feel like that's really essential to build your inner strength. Forgot to mention that this is the year of the strength card, numerologically. So this is going to be one of your major life lessons for the year. To develop your inner resources so that you can get through this and any other difficulties ahead, so that you can keep up leveling. But you're going to be good. You're going to be satisfied. And again, you have the turtle, which is like, taking things in their own time, taking it slow. Being satisfied with yourself, too, on this journey. You're very happy with your decision when you have this enlightened moment and you start on this new path. Yeah, okay, I think that's good. So that's your message, and I'm wishing you so much good fortune, so much self-care, so much enlightenment, and self-discovery during this journey. I think, of course you're going to land a job in its own time, but I think what's beautiful and that you should also be celebrating is that you're going to go through so much self-discovery and so much emotional and mental release. You're going to be freeing yourself of a lot so you can move forward with grace in the next part of your the next chapter in your life. So wishing you so much love on that journey and hoping you continue to work with love as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, subscribes, comments and questions. If you were drawn to another card in the pick a card section, including the number 6 card, the clouds, then I will see you there. If not, I will see you next time. Hi, reading 3. So you are drawn to this crown chakra symbol, the cactus charm, the starfish charm, and this number 20 garden divination card as well. And the first obvious thing that stood out to me, and I don't know why it's like so funny to me, but if you look at, I guess, are these called like snapdragons or something like that? Actually, let me look it up really quick. Oh, they're the fly trap, the Venus fly trap plant. Interesting. Why are they called Venus flytrap? This is interesting. So Venus is the planet that governs like romance and love connections. So there's something interesting here with like mistrust and almost like combative feelings around connecting to others. I'm not sure totally yet. With the scissors is really standing out. It's like a fear of getting cut, fear of getting hurt. I think, yeah, maybe something like that. But there's definitely, the first thing that cracked me up is there's definitely so many synchronicities with the cactus charm. Again, with the spikes, you have like a lot of spikes here in the Venus flytrap, including like the teeth. And then starfish also has that protective, spiky outer layer as well. So there's something going on with like your boundaries, your protective layer, and maybe being a bit excessive with it. Yeah, almost like going out into the job market in like this like war state, like you're ready to just like take everyone down. But with the crown chakra, have you ever done like a meditation where they ask you to imagine like the top of your head kind of being open to like light, and like maybe like a column of light floating down from above you directly over your head? I feel like before I got into like this spirituality side of me in earnest, I remember a lot of meditations that would like ask me to do that, to like imagine like a column of light coming from overhead. This is the message I'm getting from the crown chakra, and something about you kind of like staying in the light. Maybe trying to do that and engage with that on your own. Like imagine yourself surrounded and protected by light, because I feel like the message is that you are protected by your spirit team, and so you don't really have to like go to battle with the world. So I think that's the theme of how to support yourself during this job application cycle. And if that doesn't really resonate with you, I've been telling the other piles to check out the initial couple minutes of the readings for the other piles and see if those descriptions might resonate. One of those might resonate with you better, because it's possible that one does. But I hope you're in the right place, and welcome to your message. And I just want to congratulate you and celebrate you on getting this far. And if you don't take the time to celebrate, it's just going to feel like a series of to-do lists, right? And like I've been guilty of this as well. So I just want to help you take the chance to just pat yourself on the back and look at the accomplishments that you have gotten you this far to this point of being able to apply for a certain type of job. I think I'm feeling that just getting to this point of being able to apply for this type of job is like a big thing for you. And I'm so proud of you. And you are like, so weird to say looking at this card, but I feel like you're glowing in some respect. And I also feel like people, you dampen that glow around people. And I think the first way you can support yourself is to help share your glow with others, because you've got a lot going for you. You've got a lot to offer. And I'm not sure that it's coming across to others with the prickly side. Okay, so sorry, the camera froze for a bit, but I just pulled these 3 cards and didn't read them yet. So the Chariot, the Ace of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. And it did give me a chance also to look up the spiritual meaning of the Venus flytrap. And it's about surviving, adaptability, and protection, which was what came through with the column of light that I was talking about. And so I think the message there is you don't have to protect yourself so hard, because like Spirit's protecting you. They've got you. And that is how you can, that's the first message of how you can support yourself during this job application cycle, is you can like let loose on the protective aspect, protecting yourself a bit. I think it's going to help you in some way in the job search, but also in just caring for yourself, supporting yourself. Okay, so for you, I feel like you've got like an interesting idea. Like either you want to start a business on your own, and this is like a passion project for you. You really want to bring this into the world. I feel like you're like ready to go on this. So this could already be true for some people watching. For others, it could be like you have an idea of a role you want to occupy in a business that already exists, and you have a lot of passion for this, and you're like ready to go. And I really feel like you're in the aspirational stage of this, and you're getting really excited about it. But again, there might be some self-protective things going on as well. 9 of Wands reverse and King of Swords reverse. So I think this is where that self-protection bit comes in. I feel like you've been persevering. You've been fighting a long time to the point where it feels like, or it becomes a habit, and it's like you expect to be fighting all the time in every area of your life, at every stage of your life. And that's actually causing some... Okay, take this how you will, but I'm kind of getting the energy that you might have a hard time working with others because of what's happening here. I feel like if you're feeling threatened or protective, you can very quickly become defensive and like cut the other people down. And I mean, it's great to have that protective abilities in the right situations, but if you're trying to like cultivate working relationships, like it could be detrimental to like your long-term success with these colleagues, because like you're going to be working with them for a while. So I think this is why you're getting that message that you don't have to do the protection on your own, stay in a workplace so much, because your spirit team is doing work in the background to protect you as well. I know that's really hard to hear, especially if you're used to like protecting yourself. I had to kind of learn this the hard way. Specifically, the part about spirit protecting me, because I have kind of a different issue. I have a hard time. I actually have a hard time protecting myself, um, and I have worked in very toxic work environments, and so like I tend to just kind of like fawn or run away. Um, those that's how it goes for me. But I'm in a really like important period of working in a toxic environment, and which felt really unstable and really threatening to me. I got the message to trust that I'm being protected in the background, and all I could do was wait and trust and have faith that that was true, and that was the only way that it could prove to me that like that I was actually being protected. And despite everything that happened, despite all my fears, I ended up excelling and really moving forward in that career, in that job, faster than I thought I would a was would have, even if it was not a toxic environment. So that really proved to me that I was being protected. There were people like spirit was working through other people to support me the whole time, and so I think that will show up for you as well. Like there, you'll connect with some people who really believe in you, and they're just gonna feel like a need to like help you do this, help you do that. Like they're really gonna be in your corner. That's I'm just relating because I think that I think it's applicable because that's how it's happened. That's how it happened with me, and how the protection happened. So it's not so like ethereal that like they're just like your spirit team's protecting you like in the non-material. They'll actually like work through people, they'll work through situations in your life to help protect you. I think if you open yourself up to seeing that happening, then that will help soften your weapons a bit. You might it might give you enough proof that okay, you don't have to fight every battle on your own because you have a spirit team on your side working through other people. For you, I feel like some of you may be in a job already. You might be currently in this toxic work environment, and this is the reason. Yeah, you're leaving. Okay, yeah. So you're on the job market because you're leaving a job that you don't like. Um, this job is disempowering you. It's filling you with self-doubt, and it's not the dream job that you thought it was. You thought it was the Ten of Pentacles, your path to success and achieving your dreams. It didn't turn out that way. And here it says, light a fire underneath your cauldron and go, go, go. Like, I feel like this is telling you to get out of there fast. Just get out of there. I'm so sorry for what you're going through. Oh, the Three of Swords. Yeah, this is very difficult. This is very heartbreaking. So I understand why you have the thorns. The Moon. For this, there's multiple messages coming in for the Moon. Oh, I think there is a new moon June 6th. So I'm not sure if I might be posting it on June 6th. Actually, yeah, I will have the goal to post this by June 6th. A new moon in Gemini, so this might be an important time for you to kind of connect in with yourself. Like I said, connect with the pillar of light coming down to you. I really feel like your guides want you to connect with them in that way. Like, just imagine the light protecting you. Actually, sometime before I like had my spiritual awakening, I I would sometimes like have an anxiety come over me, and then I would imagine myself in like an egg of energy, just like protecting me from like whatever was around me. I don't know, but I don't know what I thought back then. I think of it differently now, but that like calmed me down a lot, visualizing the energy around me. So say, I wonder if you have nightmares. There's a lot of nighttime stuff going on. Say you wake up from a nightmare and it has you shaken up and it like sets off your anxieties. This is a situation where I would, and I still do sometimes, imagine myself in like an egg of energy, whatever kind of light, that color that you want to imagine it, however you see it yourself is fine. And I would just imagine that kind of expanding, and like any kind of like gray energies would be like pushed out along out of that eggshell, and I would be safe inside. And I can't tell you how many times that really helped me. And the more I did it, it was actually kind of hard to visualize at first, but the more I did it, the more confident I felt in it actually helping me in some way. So I felt compelled to tell you that, because it's like, yeah, the light and the nighttime and the moon specifically. I'm gonna like move topics now. The full moon might be pretty key as well. So the next full moon would be in Capricorn, I would say. And that's like pretty key. That's pretty key for career, Capricorn full moon. Something coming to fruition with the full moon. So Capricorn could be significant, but like the next full moon, whenever you're watching this, the next full moon, maybe look it up. That might be a good time to kind of focus your energies and connecting as well to your guides. Yeah, there's a lot of pain that you are carrying. So how to support yourself during this job search? I feel like I want to pull the next card to put here. It says spilled tea isn't the end of the world. Oh, change your perception. So Three of Swords says it's okay to cry. The Five of Cups says spilled tea isn't the end of the world. So I read this as, you know, what you went through is very difficult. Let's acknowledge that. Let's accept it. Let's take time to heal from it. But also that it doesn't define your whole life. With the Five of Cups, there's always like 3 spilled cups that the figure is focused on, and then there's still 2 full cups remaining. So once you're done grieving and getting to the point in your healing that you feel able to do so, turn around and look at the cups that are still full in your life. Remember what you have. Remember all the accomplishments that you've made in your life and that have gotten you to this point. There's much more to come. You're going to fill these cups again in a beautiful way. It's just a very difficult time that needs healing right now. How to support yourself here with the self-doubts and the lost dreams. I read this as, so I believe that you are experiencing some sort of injustice in your situation right now, and that's what's really weighing heavily on you. Possibly, I keep feeling like workplace bullying is coming in, which is a real problem. People don't always recognize when it's happening. They don't always, like bystanders don't recognize it. They don't always step in to support. It can be a very isolating experience. I do feel the isolation coming through. It says stick to your truth and everything will just turn out fine. I read this as like also think of justice in a different way. It's not everyone's favorite thing to hear, but I've heard this from like survivor networks from like sexual assault, that they it could be very grueling to go through the actual legal justice process, and in the end ultimately like not as healing as they thought it would be. And one survivor, I remember saying that she realized that living a beautiful life for herself was the ultimate justice over her what do you call it, like assailant, yeah, the person who assaulted her. That was how she found justice for herself in the end, after decades of like gaining this wisdom. Yeah, so I'm really sorry. Yeah, if you're going through something really difficult, like just want to remind you that like there's support out there, and please, like, uh, this is just coming from me. I would just like encourage you to reach out for support. You're so deserving of support. People want to support you. There, yeah, any of those like hotlines that you've seen or you can Google in your area. I myself have used them. Like they're there for a reason. This happens in life, and you're deserving of the resources around you. Even I get the sense, even if you feel like your case doesn't call for that, just call the hotline anyways, and let them kind of like explain to you that if you're in distress, you need support, whatever level you're at. You don't have to like judge that on yourself. Just if you feel distressed, ask for help. But of course it's up to you, but like from me to you, just want to like give you that encouragement if you need it. Yeah, when I started this topic, and I thought it would be good for people just graduating to get some advice, but I do forget how emotional and how much something like a job search can intersect with like personal identities, personal life. Like people are carrying a lot. I feel like you are carrying a lot. And just remember there's a lot of beauty in the path that's unfolding for you. Really feel that with the Eight of Wands. Can we have like a positive message for reading 3 to look forward to on this job search journey? Oh, interesting. You got satisfaction, and this came up in the reading number 2. If you were drawn to that, you might want to see if that resonates with you as well, that message. Number 31, satisfaction. So you are satisfied in the end, and I'll read it the same way. Things just have to unfold in their own way. You don't have to rush, just like the turtle and the hare, right? Like the turtle is the one that got there in the end, slow and steady, and just doing your own thing, being confident in your vision. I feel like there was something here, like remaining confident in the vision you have of like, you're very passionate about either a role that you want to fill in an existing business or starting your own business. Focus on this energy, because you're being given this desire for a reason, and it's to pursue it. Is there something that we can know about to support our pile 3 on this pursuit? Oh, interesting. Stagnation, the lizard and pitcher plant. This is number 12. This is also a message about timing and just letting things unfold in their own time. So you've already got that twice with the turtle and the pitcher plant, or the lizard. Wait, stagnation. Yeah, this is about waiting for the right opportunity. I feel like I need to look at the book again. Oh, this is interesting. It's kind of like the Venus flytrap, the pitcher plant. So it says the carnivorous pitcher plant traps its prey within its leaves. The lizard, which may occasionally find itself ensnared in a pitcher plant's trap, has come to represent death and resurrection, as it possesses the unique ability to drop its tail when stuck. A new tail can grow in the old one's place, though it's never quite the same as the original. You may be feeling stuck, frozen in place, or without an escape. Reflect on the lizard's ability to shed and regrow its tail. There may be things in your life you can leave behind, making way for new growth. That did come through, leaving this situation behind. Oh, it could be that you're not sure if you should leave this job because it's a solid paycheck, even though it's costing you your sense of confidence, your sense of self. I know that this can happen. Yeah, you could be making justifications. Oh, with justice. Yeah, you're making justifications for yourself to stay there. That your cards are telling you that you're going to be happy by leaving, and you're going to progress in your own time down the path that is going to fulfill you. Interesting. So this is also making me think that you're also the fly or the lizard in these scenarios. Both can be true, that first you entered this toxic work environment where everything's trying to like capture you and eat you. But you do have this like adaptive ability to just remember that even if your tail got bitten off, you grew a new one. You're not the same as you were before, but you're still whole. You're still you, and you can leave this place knowing that you're still whole, and you can move on in your journey. But it could also be that you've been at this place and it has affected you to have this prickly side of you, and again, like you're keeping out your even your own spirit guides with that. But the original message was to like let the light in, let them bring you light and like shower you, protect you with it, so that you can let the thorns retract for a bit, and really just like enjoy your life in the small ways that you can, because it's very like a dog eat dog world for you right now, but I don't think it's going to stay that way forever. So let me just end with a therapist's message for you to support you. I've got two right here. So first, trying your best is all that matters. The rest will fall into place. Really feel like this is key. Everything will fall into place in its own time. Just needs the time to do that. And you can do the thing. I think this is telling that you can leave. You can start this thing that you want, but you can also leave the situation that's not serving you. And I'm going to wish you so much love on that journey, and hope you continue to work with love and tenderness for yourself as well. Thank you for any likes, shares, and subscribes, comments, and questions. If you're drawn to another card in that pick a card section, then I'll see you in that reading. And if not, please take great care, and I will see you next time.